So you wanna learn about beer? Stay tuned and never fear. They're the guys for the case, 'cause they'll tell you all about what they taste. We got Mudhole, B&Q, we loves Star Wars and grilling too. And Knobs guy loves baseball and board games, he's played them all. There's no place I'd rather spend the money nice than here, having a few chuckles and damn good beer. Now it's time for Two Beerded Guys.
It's like, this sounds like Elvis Presley.
Oh, wait,
Hunka Burning Love.
The first take really sounded like Hunka Burning in Love.
Oh, but like on the toilet?
Because he's
like when he's
active. It's like, whoa. All right, Matt. Like, even I was like, we could dial that one back just a hair. But what is up, guys? Welcome back to the Two Beerded Guys. You know who John and I are, but the guy you're here to see today is the comedian Dwight Simmons.
What's up, everybody? I shaved my beard today. I shaved it.
Yeah.
Well, yesterday. Yeah.
Dwight is literally one of the funniest guys in Indy. We had him at West Fork Whiskey, and I about died. I've been making fun of Matt and John because they both had to miss that show. I think ever since, actually. I do think I've been making fun of you ever since.
Yeah.
Can't believe it.
I definitely had FOMO.
It was such a great episode. I'm used to this. Great comedy show that West Fork Whiskey was already asking us to come back next year or next fall, so we're excited for that. They set up a great green room for you guys.
They did. It was, the hospitality was off the charts. They said the Two Beerded Guys are throwing you up. Only one of us cares enough to be here currently. So
I was there.
That felt that felt rough. That felt rough, but you know, it happens. That was a fun show, though. You guys put on a good show. We were competing with the Pacers.
Easter weekend was that one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. He rose or he did some shit. But yeah.
Yeah, he rose like Obi Toppin.
But it was, but it was a Pacer game too. It was against the Bucks.
Yeah,
there was the Bucks game.
Yes. Yes.
I forgot it was the Bucks game too.
Yeah, our last shows competed with Pacer playoff games.
Yeah. It makes ticket sales a little rough when the Pacers decide to be good all of a sudden.
Yeah.
I'm loving it, by the way. John and I have been texting back and forth constantly during these games, and I'm loving it.
Let's go,
baby. I'm loving
Let's
it.
Go.
But we have 6 beers lined up. Right? Yeah, 6 beers lined up. I started. I'm like, fuck. Did I miscount today? Oh darn. But a couple here local. We got one from just up in Chicago area. One from one of our all-time favorite breweries. One's a massive collab.
And one I got on the same weekend as the comedy show at West Fork Whiskey.
Oh, yeah, you did when you were in St. Louis. I forgot about that.
Same way you guys went there.
Yeah. See, you're welcome.
It's a big weekend for you.
He said fuck you and went to St. Louis instead.
Then I brought you beer.
He came back with one can and said, "I'm sorry, I missed the show. Here's, what is it, a lager? Here's a lager."
No, this one, it's a pale ale.
Oh, British pale ale.
Yeah.
I'm neither of those things. Theme show. I'm ready.
Dark and Heavy's an hour too.
Don't worry, I got that one.
All right, see.
Yeah.
My man right here.
I thought for you, you know.
It's the biggest bottle too.
It'd be crazy if I only drank dark beer out of some deep-seated, rooted, I need to be a black man. Like, I just walk into breweries and I'm like, give me something black. I know it's 98 degrees outside. You know what it is.
All right, guys, I'll tell you how this is going to go as soon as Matt gives us anything he has over there.
EB's checking in, says, "Hey, y'all, what's up, EB?
What's up, EB? EB's one of the more well-known beer guys in Indiana. I think every brewery in the state knows EB at this point. He's ran brew buses. He's done everything.
Oh, hell yeah.
Dude's awesome. He's brought us a shit ton of beer. He's a great guy, supporter of our Patreon.
Yes.
Which, by the way, we're doing a lot of really cool updates on our Patreon, so you should definitely check those out. You can follow it for free. You're not going to get all the cool shit, but you can do that. Check it out, and then realize that, like, hey, you need to upgrade so you can get the cool shit.
Yeah.
We're doing discounts to all future shows for comedy, for Beer Fest, all that kind of stuff. We're doing awesome merch discounts. We limited our options now. Instead of having the more expensive one, we lowered the price on it. We lowered the price on our most popular one as well. It was funny. It was hey, we're making more money off of you, but we're going to save you money now because, we're terrible businessmen. But in reality, we wanted to change up our discounts to make it more flexible for you guys. Some of you were like, hey, the shirts are cool, but like, is there anything else we could get instead? So now we are giving massive discounts at events. We're doing all sorts of shit for Patreon supporters. So
That's what's up.
follow our Patreons. Hit that subscribe and do all those like button mashing thingies.
Which,
He got it.
he also says, "What's up, Dwight?" So speaking of him knowing everybody knowing him,
EB probably would.
Yo.
It wouldn't surprise me.
EB, what's up? What's up? Yeah, EB and I go way back. I'm sure of it. I'm certain of it. I can't see you, but I can feel you. I feel your presence. Long live EB. Let's go. Turn up, EB.
We got Brooklyn Hunter checking in. Says, "I'm rolling last side cry face."
Nice.
Okay. Let's get started, though. Yeah, he's like, yo, don't kill him yet.
Man.
Don't kill him yet.
All right, I'm going to put these in front of you real quick so you can take a quick look, because the first thing we're going to do is we're going to pick our anticipated beer. So the thing we're most excited for to try, basically, at first glance, what's that beer that just jumps out at you? While you're looking, Matt, what is your anticipated today?
Oh, well, speaking of beers lined up, Hannah is watching as well. Hannah Burkhardt says, "Hi, friends."
Hey,
Hannah.
Hannah.
Almost like she might think we're drinking one of her beers today.
It's going to be the second beer, or third beer we drink today. Just so you know.
My answer's easy. It's Ale Song. One of my favorite all-time beers. Can't wait for it.
Hey, obviously that's going to be an amazing beer, but I've ever since I kind of heard about the Ouija Heavy, I'm excited to try it.
The Ouija Heavy sounds fantastic, and I love Ouija board, but I can't go against what I just said. I want the black beer, baby. I'm most excited about the black beer. I thought this said Civil Rights Brewing. Civil Life Brewing.
Yeah.
He was about to change his answer.
I know, I was like, Civil Rights Brewing.
We got civil.
I don't recognize that flag. Yeah, Civil Rights Brewing. Civil Rights Brewing. It's a bitter pale ale. You know about the bitter pale.
If Civil Rights Brewing and it was a British brewery,
I know.
that'd be the weirdest combo ever.
Yeah.
I didn't know
The
MLK made
imperialist.
it overseas.
That'd be the definition of I don't believe you.
Yeah.
Right.
For me, it's actually going to be the CBC collab. I've been really excited to try it just because any chance you can get some of the country's best all together to dick around and have a good time, good things usually come out of it.
Yeah.
So excited to see.
Phrasing.
I was like, then they might make beer afterwards.
I mean, you know.
So very excited for that. But we do have a couple local beers today, so that's even that's a good time. We always try to have at least one. But
At least one, but we're basically 5 or 6.
Almost, yeah.
Local, regional as fuck, not.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
West Coast.
West Coast.
We fuck with the West Coast, don't we?
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Can I curse?
Oh, yeah.
As I've
Absolutely.
dropped 4 F-bombs in the first
Yes.
6 minutes of the...
I mean, if there's parents who will let their kids watch a show, that's on them. And there's some that do.
Yeah,
I sent the,
If you're a child watching a beer podcast on stream, please dial the child hotline, the child help hotline.
We do have a few that
you
watch
can.
with their folks, I believe. Funny enough.
Do they?
My roommate's
My 14
daughter watches it all the time.
my
She's
14-year-old has
10.
been crashing ever since we started this, and we've been doing this for 5 years. So
But my roommate's,
that's amazing.
my roommate's 10-year-old watches all the fucking time. She's so mad because she can only watch when she's at her mom's.
Okay.
And
That
so
seems
when
like
she's-
more of a
so when she's
seems
at-
like more of a stepdad
when,
watch.
when she's at her dad's, she can't watch. She's like, "When's your next show?" And I'm like, I told her, and she goes, "I'll be at Dad's. Damn it!" And I'm like,
Oh.
"Rory." She's like, "I mean, darn it." And I'm like, "Still, Rory."
She said, "I'm sorry, I've had a few." Watch the language.
To clarify, EB says, "Big D, I was your main bartender for shows in the early days of 4-Day Rave when you and Pete Hines were doing shows."
Fucking
Man,
I told
that's
you,
what's up.
He knows everybody.
Oh.
yeah.
Told you he knows everybody.
Yeah,
Everybody
well,
knows him.
he
Like
wa-
Steve. You know Steve? Steve know you? Yeah.
Sure.
Of
Yeah, of course. EB, dog. I miss those shows.
I've never met a man who will randomly have a connection with more motherfuckers than that guy.
Yeah.
Like, it is,
That's a reputation. That's a good
and he'll
reputation
straight up
to
be like, and it won't be like, "Oh yeah, I met him once." It'll be like,
Right.
"Yeah, I did this, and this for a long ass time with him."
I know, it was so specific.
like, what
He was
the
like, I was
fuck?
actually the main bartender. We had 2 always, but I was the first and the main one.
Well,
the
that's
only
a-
one you remember.
That's actually how I fucking met him. I didn't realize it. I thought I'd met him later when we were running Books and Brews. But what actually happened was I'd met him like a year earlier than that, drunk off my ass at 4-Day Ray, hung out with him all night.
Oh, man. Oh, my God.
He remembered it. I was like, "Fuck, wait till..." Oh, shit.
The man that has all the secrets in the city.
Dude, yes.
Yes, actually.
For sure.
EB's like an elephant. He doesn't forget, he doesn't forgive. So it's awesome.
No smoke for EB. No smoke.
All right, guys. Our first beer. I'll go ahead and let you know what we're drinking, and then we'll keep doing what we're doing. Freedom Lemonade by Revolution Brewing. That's why I didn't put that because I named Freedom. Session sour ale with lemons and natural lemon flavors. 4.5%.
Heavy boy on this one.
Oh, yeah.
EB also is saying the collab beer is awesome, so
I'm excited for
to
it.
look forward to.
Ooh, you got a little spinny thing there.
Oh yeah.
That's nice.
Well, we got to put it on our Craft or Die cam.
Yeah,
Brought to you by Craft or Die because it's a sponsored cam. I gotta make it look good. Freedom Lemonade. So that's what I think of when I think of freedom.
You popped it open. Is it like immediately a burst of citrus?
Oh, there is
in my
so
nose.
much lemon on that on the nose.
This is just damn refreshing.
Right. And
Oh, yeah.
it's sour, and it's got some tartness, but it's not like
It's like lemonade.
pucker. Yeah.
That's what I like about it is it's a sour with some pucker, not over the top, but it's not like a fruited sour where you're getting sweetness. When I drink a sour, I want a little tartness.
You want a little tartness?
Yeah.
You know, it's insane to me that it doesn't have more tartness because of the nose.
Oh, yeah.
It's like as soon as you open the can, it was like a blast of lemon, and then it's all on the nose, but it's not overpowering. Like, you ever drink like a Kool-Aid?
Oh yeah.
Okay, this is white people, so don't act like it was like a foreign-born delusion. No, but like that lemon.
We didn't have money.
Okay, all right, just Cool Whites. Cool Whites. Easy, my Cool Whites. But like, you eat the lemonade flavored Kool-Aid just out of the package.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Degenerate. That's what I thought it was about to taste like, but it was really.
No, because you couldn't get the fucking candy that you stuck the thing in, so you had
The
to
Fun Dip?
And you
Also,
just
the
like
word-
country dry lemonade, just like you get that spoon.
Oh, yeah.
Swirl around.
Dude, you make your shit, then you're like, oh, I could just fuck it, spoonful.
Oh yeah.
Oh, here, let me just.
You know,
Next time you open it, there's like clumps. There's like clumps, and you're like, why is there clumps? Oh yeah. I remember one of those clumps.
there's a bunch of kids walking around like cocaine addicts.
Well, what? Some spills on the countertop, you have to snort it up.
Big Gulp's a little different. It gives you a little more tartness on the Big Gulp. But it's still smooth. It's still crushable. Reminds me of a beer you could easily drink on the boat.
Yeah,
You're out on a hot day. You're in and out of the water. You need something that's crisp and refreshing.
boat patio pool.
That is perfect.
That's good stuff. Yeah, I was thinking summer beer.
Yeah.
Indianapolis 500.
Oh, for
Out
sure.
there in
Oh,
the
yeah.
infield, tailgating all day.
Shit, not this year. You didn't need refreshing this year.
I know.
64 degrees.
And I didn't
Yeah,
go.
get a four change. You
Nuts.
can crush that shit ton of these and still keep
Oh,
the
yeah.
shit modeled
Oh, yeah.
together.
This lemon beverages have become like my favorite in the summer anyway, and this is among the best of them.
Yeah.
This is real good. It's easy to drink. It's crisp. Would I mind a little bit more tartness just because of my personal flavors? Sure, I wouldn't mind.
Yeah.
But at the same time, then you start wondering, okay, does it take away from the crushability if you add a little more tartness?
Probably you stop at like 2.
Yeah, because you start getting that sour mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But-
Can't complete sentences.
But this is like that right level where you're like,
Yeah.
I could drink 6 of these.
It's
and
got
not be that upset.
Yeah.
A crispness, a dryness. It's a little bit reminiscent of like a dry cider, but obviously it's not like sweet like that apple. So I just thoroughly.
Yeah, I dig it. And I love Revolution, man. When I'm in Chicago, I go to that brewery, or I go to On Tour Brewing. Shout out to them.
Oh, nice.
They recently closed, so
I
I
didn't
gotta
know
find
that.
a new hotspot. Yeah, I know.
Check
Yeah.
out Dovetail when you're up there.
I've been in Dovetail.
One
I
of
love
my all-time
Dovetail.
favorite
Love
breweries up
Dovetail.
there.
Yeah.
Those German beers are fantastic. They make some of the best sours.
Yeah.
It's a cool place.
Yeah.
Got a question for you.
All right.
So before we score this beer, summer is, I know, usually a little bit slower time for a lot of comedians.
Sure.
What do you have coming up next?
I'm writing. Excuse me.
I'm writing!
I'm hitting puberty. I'm actually. Yeah, I'm losing. Just gaining back my voice. I'm sure I'll lose it again here soon. But I'm writing a show for Indie Fringe happening in August. So have you heard of that?
I have.
Yeah. So my show is called Comedy for Servers. Talking about working in the service industry. Shout out to EB. Shout out to everybody listening. But yeah, I mean, I've been a bartender, I've been a server, I've been a dishwasher. My dad's a chef, so I grew up with that. So telling a lot of stories about the service industry and making fun of some dumb customers I've had over the years.
That's fantastic.
Yes.
That's a
So
That is fantastic.
I'm really excited for that. did a test run a couple months ago at the White Rabbit, and now I've had all this time to kind of like make it into a real thing. So I'm super amped up about that. And then, yeah, I'm going to announce those dates next week. Actually, yeah. So I'll have my website updated.
And then they can follow your website, and then they can follow you on social media as well, right?
Yes, Dwight Simmons. Just my name. Type it in there.
I love him, by the way.
I
Because
just
I didn't
surpassed
have
the
to
dentist.
I didn't have to figure out shit. I could type in his name and find his Instagram. It was great.
Oh, yeah. I used, like, when I first got on social media, I feel like comedians try to make their handles funny. They're like, the funniest motherfucking comic you've ever heard of. You're like, I've never heard of you. You got 12 followers. That's outrageous. You would name yourself that.
And even if people want to find you, they can't.
Yeah, they can't. My first Twitter handle was unwell spoken, which is funny. But like, if someone wants to book you or find you or promote your shit, then they can't find you. So I just changed it to Dwight _ Simmons because Dwight _ is a fucking dentist.
Oh,
Not even a good one.
motherfucker.
Not even a
Funny,
good
huh?
one. No, he's not funny. I'm coming for you. If you listening right now, Dwight _ Simmons, let me get this dark beer in me and I'm on your ass. I swear to God.
Speaking of beer, though, we need to score this one. John, you were first, sir.
No, I think it's fantastic, and I'm going to go 4.5. That is where I'm at. I'm going to search this out every time, and I'm going to get some more.
All right, Dwight.
Oh, I will go 4. I love, it's not my favorite style, but I could drink a couple of these. I love the concept of
Freedom.
I don't think we say that enough. I enjoy the concept of freedom in a can.
Don't go to the can for
They should sell that shit.
I'm going to go 4.25. Split the difference, make it the average. I'm going to pull a Matt right there. I think it is a fantastic beer. It's not typically something I gravitate towards anymore. I love, if I drink sours, I drink more funky sours. But that is such a crushable. If I'm not feeling a lager and it's a hot day, that's just a great beer to drink.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes,
4 to
sir.
cover.
Yes,
Now,
sir.
Matt, you don't count, but we still love you and you still matter. So what would you give it?
Thanks, not Kelly. I would go a 4.25 on that one. I had that pick before you guys started making all your scores.
I was about to
can't
say,
say
fuck
that.
yeah,
everyone's
Because
I know.
Always
It's just
pick the
like,
average.
yeah.
I'm just right all the time. It's good thing I have broad shoulders, man. It's a very heavy burden to always be right.
It seems that way. It's like those things wouldn't fit in the frame. That's why we keep it over there.
Oh, speaking of off-screen, Matt, though, big shout out to Hannah and our awesome jerseys that she made, Mudhog, TVG_Ops guy, and off-screen Matt. They're these great football-looking jerseys. I'll show you a picture of them later. But you'll actually see the back of them at the mid-screen when we go to take. Is it up already?
Mid-screen right now.
Perfect. Is
that your last guest?
Hannah was, she was our
Okay.
last guest. Yeah,
Okay.
I was trying to remember if it was 2 guests or not, but she was our last guest. She randomly, she does marketing for Quaffon Brewing,
Okay.
who we're drinking in a couple beers.
That's what's up.
And she actually redid their can and box art there.
Damn, I didn't bring y'all nothing.
Yeah,
Hannah
she
out here
does-
making a brother look
And
bad.
semi.
She does a bunch of cool ass shit. She brought us a little toy semi with their logo on it.
It's fire.
Right?
I'm transformed.
no
I know this is so unnecessary for a brewery to have as merch.
Well, it's not. She made that.
As
design.
a
made this?
prototype.
This is fire.
She made that as a prototype because this design, this vinyl wrap,
Oh, that's hilarious.
is on their
Yeah,
actual
they're
semi.
Oh man.
She
So she wanted to show
designed-
the
Oh,
owners.
that's wonderful.
Yeah, she wanted to show it off, so she made that.
Put a blunt in there. It's perfect.
That's how we travel with our blocks.
I know.
In our mini semi.
In my mini semi. That works.
But you have the blunt in the mini semi and the full size semi.
Oh, damn.
Did you just explain the movie Inception?
I think we just accepted their whole delivery
I like
system
that.
now, right?
Did you just explain the movie?
I was thinking of the race earlier. EB says, yeah, this year's race was definitely a year for stouts.
Yeah,
For sure.
the 4th coldest 500 in history.
That's crazy.
Was it? Really? I didn't realize that much.
And then, so many, I don't usually watch the race, but I watched it this year for some reason. So many, like, caution flags. And I
Yeah.
was like,
As I spill on myself.
yeah, dude
Yeah.
totaled his car before the race even started, right?
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
impressive.
Yeah, that was the guy I had to win it all.
Seriously?
Yeah, bet my house on it. I was like, I like this.
That explains why he's at a rental today.
Inside joke.
Wait,
All right.
are you guys in my shed?
I did.
Damn it.
That is me.
Somebody was back there.
All right, guys. Our next beer is the Indiana Brewers Guild Brewers of the Corn CBC Collaborative Lager. Unbelievably excited for this. If I remember right, it was 16 breweries participated in this collab.
Jeez.
Wow. Yeah, essentially it was with everybody coming into town for CBC. Sun King wanted to do something fun, and therefore Brewers of the Corn came to be.
And it's pretty awesome because when you have a collab, basically, like, they might have the other breweries come and help out. All they do is just come and hang out and drink and have fun. So
I was going to ask, like, 16 is a lot of people to do anything.
yeah.
Like, for any team.
Yeah.
Like, who actually is leading?
They come out, they drink, they take photos, and they say, yeah, we had a
That's a collab.
collaboration.
Okay.
One of them brought the malts to contribute. One of them brought the hops.
If it's
It's a cookout.
well, yeah, we had brats at the last collab we were at.
Yeah.
Showcasing sweet corn and biscuit malt character. Finishes with a touch of light oak from an aging and spent whiskey barrels.
All right.
5.5%.
They kind of did the same with this that they did with the Gretzky lager.
Sounds that way, except instead of Canadian whiskey, just whiskey.
Ooh. You know what? That barrel does seem to add a nice character to the lager.
Indiana corn, by the way, from Sugar Malt.
No?
From Sugar Creek Malt.
Oh, man. Okay. All right.
It's what it says it is. It's a nice, easy drinking lager with a little bit of the wood notes to it.
I will say,
Barrel notes.
Do you get the sweet corn?
not really. Which is what I was actually about to mention. We don't compare on this show beer to beer, but we have had Corn Crusher from Quaffon that was a sweet corn beer, essentially.
Yeah.
And that motherfucker tasted like sweet corn.
Sweet corn.
That
like,
was awesome.
like your mama used to
Barrel
make.
aged, though, right?
No, but that was awesome. I love this barrel. I love the barrel aspect to it. It gives it just a slight unique flavor. I don't like sweet lagers, but I would like it a little sweeter. If you're going to use sweet corn, let the sweet corn kind of shine. It's
Okay.
Indiana. Let it shine, baby.
At the same
Let that sweet corn shine.
Damn straight. I grew up a farm
New
family. What do you expect?
At the same time, oftentimes with lagers, you're like, oh, it's biscuity and malty,
Yeah.
and I'm not getting like a lot of biscuitiness from it. It's got a tad of sweetness to it.
Slight bitterness at the end.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good. It's good. Just, I was expecting slightly more.
Yeah.
That's why it was my anticipated. I was expecting.
I was hoping for one characteristic per participating brewery, and I think I only got to 4 out of the 16. So I was like, 16 people? Oh shit! And they were just like, we're just gonna keep it.
Yeah, like
keep
take
it
Dr.
going.
Pepper, cut it in half, and that's what it was going to be.
Oh, Jesus.
That's a good one because I had to do math.
That's why Tyler wasn't laughing.
It's like
Fuck no. I don't do math.
carry to
Carry
one.
two.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Unless it has to do with money. Unless it has to do with money, I don't do math.
I dig it. It's not. I think I prefer a cleaner lager, and I think you get like a lot of the wood and a lot of the characteristic you were talking about.
That barrel.
Yeah. So I don't think I could do
It's not a crusher.
more than one of them.
It's not
No.
an easy drinking crusher.
No, for a 5.5% lager, it is not an easy drinker necessarily.
No.
No. It's not like chewy, but it's like, I do appreciate the artwork of an angry whatever the hell he's hanging up in the playing with
It's
the
like a brewer's battle.
Children of the Corn.
Yep.
I wouldn't know that.
Yeah.
That's Brewer's Paddle?
Yeah.
They need like 16 hands on it. I can't get over how many people it took to make this beer. I'm sorry.
Well, that's 16 breweries, not to mention how many people came from each brewery.
I'm one note. Yeah. Just one guy like, I did all the work before you fuckers showed up.
That's how a brew day works.
That's it.
Yeah. That's how they work.
Yeah, so we get everything measured out, weighs.
We homebrew with some buddies, and we get drunk and maybe help a little bit, and they do all the work. It's great.
I think, that's how I would like to work as well.
Fantastic.
We just do what we're told when we're told to do it, and everything else is kind of taken care of.
I sit down and drink. It's
Don't
great.
listen there now. Okay. Set an alarm for this time. All right.
It's
Stir
the true
this.
collaboration.
Yeah. Delegation.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Hi Hannah. Thanks for watching, by the way.
Dwight scores this one first.
Yes, he does go first this time.
Ooh, I score this one.
Yeah, we rotate it. We put it
All right, what's the median?
So 3 is perfectly average.
Okay, I'm gonna go 2.75. Just below perfectly average. But if you got them in the take one out of the cooler without seeing it, I'll drink it.
I'm gonna still be slightly above average, but it's definitely a lot lower than I expected it. I'm gonna give it a 3 1/4. I think it has some nice notes. It just wasn't what I wanted, but it doesn't mean to me that the beer wasn't quite above average. So I'm gonna give it that 3 1/4.
That's where I'm going to fall out as well as 3 1/4. I get a little bit of sweetness. I think the barrels kind of washes some of that out a little bit, but that's what it has. That's what it is, and I think it is good. I think it's well made. So
Yeah.
I wish it was a little bit more easy drinking.
Comes out to a 3 average. I mean, it is what it is. It's not as much as I expected. I expected a little more, especially when EB gave it a glowing review there. I was hoping for just a hair more, but I'll take it. I mean, if three's the worst you're going to do when you're throwing together a collab, I ain't mad at it.
Yeah.
But what did we learn? 16 is too many hands in the brewing deck.
Matt, what about you? What would you give it?
I'm going to go 3 1/4. It was well made. It was interesting. It was different. Not my cup of tea, but I can't really fault it. Like,
You ain't mad at it.
yeah.
Yeah.
He wouldn't kick it out of bed.
Like you said, if you reach in a cooler and you grab it, like, all right,
Oh,
fine.
shit.
I mean,
I'm like, who invited this guy?
That I've been more sad about.
This motherfucker brought this. Fuck. Oh, shit.
I do like getting mad at taking a beer out of someone else's cooler. That's very funny to me.
Oh, yeah.
Just like, hey, what do you got? What the fuck? Who the hell brought this bullshit?
Well, then you would love.
Yeah, you would love cooler roulette.
So we.
Is that a thing?
Oh yeah, we
Oh, I
have
love
an event at Indiana Beach each year.
Okay.
It's this massive ass beer fest that you literally get drunk and ride roller coasters. It's a blast.
Oh, man.
And surprisingly, we've only ever seen one person puke in 3 years.
That's some goal. That's
Yeah.
good.
I'm kind of impressed, to be honest.
That's smart.
Well,
But we throw a pre-party and a post-party for this event. So Friday night we go up, we throw a big ass party in our cabin that we rent, and then Saturday night after the event we throw another one. Well, we always take a massive fucking cooler up with us.
Yeah.
Holds
256 or something
yeah.
like that?
And we load it with all the shit out of the fridge. That some of it's really good beer.
Yeah.
But some of it's shit that might be 2 years old because it's been in the back of the fridge. We forgot
I
about
don't
it.
like that.
So you just put
and
all of it in
only
there.
one puke?
Well,
Okay.
and
That's on the
whole
roller coaster.
event, yeah.
Okay.
So you
Jesus.
you don't get a look. You get one put back all weekend.
Yeah,
so
blind pull.
if you reach in and go, oh, not a chance in hell. You can put one back. But once you
You
put it
get
back,
one mulligan
you
for
get
the week?
one mulligan for the
Wow.
weekend. The only way you get an extra is on Fridays. We always do Hawaiian shirt
Yeah.
day just because why not? And if you wear a Hawaiian shirt,
No
you get an
answers
extra
for me.
mulligan. Like,
Right.
so,
Oh, I'm bringing out the Hawaiian shirts.
so,
I'm dusting off my high school closet. My wardrobe from high school is getting dusted
so
off.
you fucking pull out.
Yes.
It's like, oh fuck. Sometimes it's like Miller Lite. Yeah, you know what?
Yeah,
hell yeah,
That's a win, yeah.
And then other times you pull out, and you're like, oh fuck.
This hasn't been a brewery in 4 years.
We had a guy
There's
pull one
been a few
out.
of those.
We had a guy pull out a Bud Light, and we're like, he's like, I'm gonna put it back. And I'm like, no,
Don't do it.
No.
Just
Might have
drink
just got
it.
the best beer in there.
You might need that. You might need that later.
That 2-year-old Bud Light's probably the best thing you can
He
get
put
right
it
now.
back and pulls out this awful fucking stout. I mean, it's one of the worst stouts we'd ever had. There was like 4 of them in there because we couldn't drink them all.
Yeah.
And he pulls it
These
out.
are
And the
landmines.
entire fucking place, all of us in the cabin just go silent because it's like, in the name of the Father and the Son.
Oh no,
Good
he's
fucking
done.
luck.
He's done.
Peace be with you.
He's done.
We'll see you rise again at Easter with Jesus. That's what we're,
Right.
that's what we're the comedy show. We're getting back to life.
Like it was. Woo, he took a drink and he goes, I messed up. We're like,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, you did.
How drunk was the person that invented this game?
I mean, it was us, so.
It was us actually sober.
So
Technically, it was sober, I believe.
yeah, because
you guys sat down and were like, "Here are the rules," and also
It was as we
Hawaiian
drove up.
shirt.
Well, the Hawaiian
That was a
shirt,
sober idea.
The Hawaiian
That was
shirt was a
evolution.
drunk.
Okay, all
That
right.
was
Yeah,
your
that
two.
was that.
Yeah.
That was drunk.
That was a drunk evolution. But
Well, we were trying to after we had year one, we were trying to figure out ways that we could get extra mulligans
Yeah, because I don't want to do that
and
again.
rig the system a little bit.
whatever do you mean, John?
Evie says, sorry, didn't mean to glizzy up that beer. Just easy drinking and almost mashable. I thought glizzy meant either a gun or a hot dog or a
A
wiener,
hot dog?
and you don't know which one it is until you know.
Maybe it was a
Fourth thing
typo.
now?
Maybe it was a
that
typo.
glaze.
Maybe he meant glitzy up.
And he also says he'll be at Indiana Beach and coming with some dumb coolers.
Oh, this should be good.
That's the problem now. Everyone brings their shitty coolers and adds to ours, and we leave with more shitty beer than we can't win with.
I'd imagine that people do that intentionally. Now.
Yeah, but then they put it in beforehand, and they might accidentally grab their own shit too. So you've seen people go, "Fuck!"
God, I can't get rid of this.
Quaffon Brewing 6-foot strawberry blonde American blonde ale with strawberry.
It smells wonderfully strong.
it's not
It's
the shandy,
been a
this is
while since I've
No,
had
this
one
is
of
not the
these.
shandy. This
Okay.
is the one that Hannah brought us. This is the one she redid the label on and all that good stuff. So
Which, shout out to them when we were at, what was that?
History on Tap.
History on Tap, Connor Prairie? Yeah, that.
Connor Prairie.
Let's use take two. At Connor Prairie. Yeah, like she had the shandy version.
Oh
of
my
this,
God,
and
the
that
shandy
shit
was absurd.
so stupidly delicious. That was Country Time lemonade with some carb.
Yeah, the 6-foot strawberry shandy was amazing. Let's see how the blonde is. I haven't had it in years.
You know, just the strawberry just works, and strawberries are hard flavored to get.
That's
hard to
old
do
school
right.
Strawberry.
This is my jam.
It has a jammy flavor to it.
That's what I was thinking because when I was a kid, I would eat PB&J's without the peanut butter, just a jam sandwich
So you just ate jam.
on bread.
Yeah, so you had a jelly sandwich.
Yeah, I did. I sat there with my jelly sandwich and my Kool-Aid packet, and I said, I'm about to have a lunch in my Hawaiian shirt in this park.
And a cup of water. He just didn't put the plate back in the water.
Fucking go to water.
You gotta rinse that Kool-Aid powder down somehow, man.
He just they tell you rinse the Kool-Aid powder down.
Yeah, do you get a beer that reminds you of your childhood a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was touched, but no, it's not.
Phrasing?
It's not.
Was this in the park with your orange shirt?
And we've learned a lot about Dwight.
I
thought we was vibing down here. I thought that was a safe space to open up.
See, the difference to you is this reminds you of your childhood, you know, strawberry jam sandwiches, stuff like that. My drink recently on the show that reminded me of my childhood was the one that tasted like a bowling alley rum and coke. So it's fine.
Oh boy. They pour those things strong at Woodland.
I grew up in Muncie. They pour everything
Oh
strong.
no,
man.
yeah. Oh yeah. Muncie, give it away.
But like straight
Oh,
up,
man.
this beer that tasted like a rum and coke made my brother and I instantly like our childhood.
Oh no.
And,
It smells like a smoky bowling alley and overcooked
oh
mozzarella
yeah,
sticks.
Mom and Dad bowl every Friday night. Them and all their friends would leave their drinks on the table. You don't think any of us stole those drinks?
Dude, turn up. I
Man,
love
we
that.
lose another drink. No.
I love that. I also grew up in a bowling alley, so I get it. I also grew up in a bowling
And it's a
alley.
very distinct flavor. A rum and coke in a bowling alley.
Like, all the bowling alley food is so specific.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what the oil, maybe it's the same thing they use for the lanes, but it tastes so different than anything.
Also, whose idea was it to do nothing but finger foods in a place where you're
Yeah.
literally using your hands and putting them in
Yeah.
dirty ass bowling balls?
And then the professional bowlers are like, you don't eat with your bowling hand. He's eating nachos with his left hand, like, it's this hand.
It's my dominant hand.
It's this hand you eat the nachos with, and you roll with this hand,
That's so accurate.
and you gamble with both of them. Put me down for another 50-50 ticket. I'm not,
baby. Full taps.
I'm not doing an impression of my father. That's not what's happening. I love this.
He concurs, says Quaff does the good shit.
It is a very good beer, very drinkable.
Yeah.
The jamminess of it is a little too much for me. It starts getting medicinal to me, just the way my taste buds work. But it's very good. I don't like blonde ales very much, but this is one I would drink. So it didn't break my heart that she brought us a case.
Right? Yeah.
Dude. Yeah, I just got into blonde ales. Like I like them. I seek them out.
Nice.
So maybe I'm just really vibing with that flavor, and I haven't had too many that had a fruit component to it. And I, like you said, I really like the way that the strawberry works with it. So
And strawberry's really hard. That is not a flavor that comes out well in a lot of beers.
Yeah.
So being able to make it consistently, doing it well, it's been one of their staple beers for a long time now. It is one you can find all the time for them. It is a core beer, so it's not like you can only get it sometime a year. That is one of their beers.
I dig it.
Big shout out again to Hannah. I know it's not on camera anymore, but these awesome can art. She nailed that one. So
Crushing the art game and oh my god, yeah, they got a winner. It's very hard to like have that as like a respected career in the craft beer industry. I used to serve at Beer Brewery, the OG with Sarah there that used to do all the big photo displays on the chalkboard.
Right.
And I'm like, how the fuck do you do this? It's such a thankless thing. So thank you for having passion.
Oh, yeah.
And
Well,
I'm sorry I made your truck into a weed truck. That's on me. That's on, I'm trying to be better. I'm in a rental. I think I can have a little attitude here.
For me, the score on this, it's good. It's above average. It's not a seek out for me. 3.5.
God damn it. Well, our minds are linked today. I'm a 3.5. That's. I think it's good. I think it even had a nice, as jammy as it was and as crushable as it was, there's still a nice bitterness at the end of it that just complemented it. Yeah, it's just good.
Yeah, I would. I'm gonna go 4. I'd seek it out. I'd eat it with a jam sandwich, listening to Jam by Janet Jackson, Jam Nation, all of it.
Pump up the jam.
Pump up the jam. Thank you.
Followed by Ram Jam.
Stop that. Stop that right
That's
now.
the line.
Yeah, how dare you? I said a 4. I didn't say.
I didn't say 6.
I didn't say all the goddamn charts.
That comes out to a 3.75.
All right.
Nice.
Good.
Solid beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love when Indiana beer does well. Because John and I, so something a lot of people who watch the show, and Hannah probably was nervous the whole time we were drinking this beer, we're assholes. So like, I don't care if you're our best. I don't care if you're our best friend in craft beer.
I know you guys are assholes. 2 out of 3 of you didn't show up to my comedy show. You know how to tell
That
me.
we hosted. But it cracks me up because like, you could be our best friend.
Yeah.
And we will fucking trash your beer.
I think
if it's
that's
so
great.
good.
I think that's honesty.
I got
People
Hot
trust
Molly.
you.
I got 3 big beers up there that I love by them. But
Yeah.
they sent us one. They're like, you're going to love this.
Oh, no.
And we're like, fuck yeah. I text them
no.
right before we were about to try it. I'm like, hey, tune in. We're getting ready to try it.
Oh.
They go, fuck yeah. I'll text everybody real quick. They tune in.
They all tune in.
We take a drink, and it was fucking garbage. And these are some of our closest friends in craft beer.
Oh, no.
And we just destroyed it.
The text back.
And the text I get was, oh, that didn't go well.
It was like, well, shit.
Oh, yeah, it was that. It was, well, shit.
Shit. It always blows my mind when the brewer doesn't know it's bad.
Well, and some people probably think it's good. It just...
Yeah,
it,
but
it
they
wasn't.
know.
But it wasn't. But it was so damn funny. We had a guy that used to send us beer,
Bum
this
Bum?
brewery,
Yeah.
from, I'm going to get it wrong again, Idaho?
I think it was in
I got it
Idaho,
right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Brewery out in Idaho. He was trying to update their stuff, change it up a little bit,
Yeah.
expand their distro market. Even though they're not in Indiana, he found us. We'd had a beer of theirs on from
From
a
the show.
site we ordered from
Yeah.
Tomorrow on the show, and
We
He
always
tuned
tag
in.
all the
We-
breweries.
yeah, we always tag
Yeah.
So he tuned in.
Yeah.
some do, some don't. He tuned in. He's like, "Oh, that was awesome feedback!" Like, and he actually made a change on that beer
Okay.
because of the feedback. Then he started like, "Hey, I got these beers coming out. What's your address? I'll ship them to you."
Oh, hell yeah.
So then he was like, we'd
The
give him the
gift.
feedback, and we
The
were, and some
gift
we
that
liked,
keeps
some
on.
we
Love
didn't.
that.
It was a great time. We have a brewery, River North, which I have a metric shit ton of bottles
Yep.
over there.
Yep, still not enough.
Is one of our best friends in craft beer. They're out in Colorado. We've only had one beer that we rated bad from them.
Yeah.
And we rated it very bad.
And we celebrated.
Oh, we cheered actually because it looked like we were fanboying
Yeah.
like crazy. Like,
Right.
Oh, everything's a
Finally.
Everything's fine. We come back
Hey,
from
can
a
you send
trip.
us a bomb,
We
please?
come back from a trip specifically to see them.
Yeah.
With a shit ton of beer. First one we try after we come back. That first Monday back. We sit down. We're like, all right, here comes another River North beer. Like, it's going to be great.
Yeah.
Fucking take a drink, and it was god awful.
Oh,
We're like,
God.
this is fucking terrible.
They did it!
We thanked him for making a bad beer.
Yeah, we did.
We went on his face and we told him
When
that
we
next
went
time
there
we
the
were
next
out
year, we're
Yeah.
like, dude, that beer was awful, and thank you.
Oh.
And he's like, for the longest time, their brewer didn't know how to take us. Now we're friends. But
Yeah,
like, for the
yeah,
longest time, he wasn't real sure.
Again,
What
we're
was
at
wrong with you?
That's exactly what it
Yeah,
is.
that's
Ever
exactly what it
talk
was.
to me like that? And then the next year, it's like
And now we're like actually friends. It's fine.
it's like getting feedback on a joke that doesn't work like immediately after.
Oh, I bet that's
And
wrong.
I'm like, first of all, I'll kill you and find your family.
You don't know
You
how
don't
much
know-
time I took on that.
So much
But then,
time.
like, next week, I'm like, yeah, that was trash. That was terrible.
Or it's That was
Time.
a bad joke. No shit, nobody laughed.
Yeah,
motherfucker.
yeah. I got the feedback.
Yeah.
Trust me, the feedback was there.
I got feedback by getting no feedback. Yeah, that's how. That was my first clue.
Oh yeah.
It was where you're like, all right, that joke didn't work. Let me get my 3-part apology. Like,
Yeah.
All right, guys, we'll be right back after this quick break with our. Yep,
That's
that's up.
because you
Great
were
timing, Matt.
here, and
Always a great
Hannah,
timing.
Hannah commented, so she said they're working on getting the shandy out in kegs to restaurants.
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay.
Expedite that as quick as possible, and
Yeah, that
she
should
says
be
that
all
she
right.
also laughed at the blunt truck too. So,
Guys, we'll be right back with our good friend, the comedian Dwight Simmons. Woo. And I'm sure we'll talk a little Pacers, we'll talk a little more comedy, and we'll definitely have these last 3 beers. We'll be right back.
John and off-screen man, big bushy beards and Northern hats. Two bearded guys. Oh yes they are 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 two bearded guys.
We drank for. I used to say,
Guys.
you know, Mama didn't raise no bitch, and then I'd be like, you know, and they're sober kids in Africa, so you can't.
Oh, we'll send them Miller Lite shirts.
They're about to get some Indiana Pacer World Champion shirts, aren't they?
Probably.
Fuck.
You can't make these people happy. We're in the damn finals. You guys are like, they only won 2 games when they were expected to win -0.
Well, in all fairness,
-0? That's a number.
They should be up 3-1. God fucking damn.
I'm a Purdue fan and a Cleveland Browns fan. I am used to having my heart ripped out over
Okay.
and over and over again.
Sure.
And a Pacer fan. So it's just at this point where I'm
Yeah, I
like,
know.
Yeah,
I just
know.
assume we're always going to suck.
Sure.
And when we do well, it's almost more painful.
It is, yeah.
I drove all the way to
I've
Phoenix,
been so
Arizona
stressed.
for the Final Four for Purdue. And it was awesome. I watched us win the
boy.
Final Four game. I actually drove my happy ass home to catch the title game.
Yeah.
All the way back from Phoenix because, you know, that's smart. Got all the way
Lot of
back,
hours.
watched the game. And the whole time, like, we're down. And I'm like, yeah, this makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, I expected
Yeah.
this a long time ago. It's fine. It was about time
It
for
was-
us to
oh
fuck it
my
up.
God.
You got me this close. You know, the Browns made the playoffs, and then immediately we get rid of Baker Mayfield, the guy who got us there, for the
Yeah.
guy who molests people. You know, it's fine.
yeah, he molests people, but he also gropes them.
Yeah,
Without permission.
yeah. He sexually harasses, he gropes. It's fine.
Yeah.
Deshaun Watson, great dude. No.
How did we get from the Pacers being in the finals to Deshaun Watson groping people?
Because I'm telling you right
You're
now,
harshing-
the Pacers are going to
winning
lose.
time, baby.
The Pacers are
It's
gonna lose.
winning
That's
time.
how.
The Pacers are going to lose because I am so used to losing.
Can't do it. I'm so strong.
Hey, look
My
at that.
eyes twitching.
Hannah made a comment while we were at break. She said, "Your main live picture is awesome picture of your jerseys. I was so nervous about them. Or about the beer. Sorry, the beer. So,
I figured
good on,
she'd,
good on all the
Yeah,
above.
yeah.
I
good, it's
figured
good.
she'd be jealous, nervous over the beer.
And Brooklyn Hunter also says, a theme song coming back from when it's been quiet scares me every time.
That tracks. I'm also scared now. Yeah, you go to a white man's basement, they just start playing some shit like that. You perk up. They start opening up your peripherals a little
Give me
bit.
booze, you know?
I know. They didn't move all break. They just got closer.
No, see, when you should have been heard. If we'd have started with this one, that's when you should have been
Oh, no,
heard. 'Cause I'm
okay,
trying
yeah.
to get, I'm trying to get you drunk before starting with this one. Dwight, how long have you been doing comedy, my man?
Oh boy, the year had to be 1933. I started at a place called the Chuckle Hut, and no, I've about 16 years, 15, 16 years.
Damn,
Yeah.
Dwight.
Wow.
Long
Nice.
time. Long time. Yeah. Lived in New York, did some comedy in Chicago, and then moved back home ultimately to find a wife and a backyard. So they don't have those things in New York.
Or Chicago.
Or Chicago,
Yeah.
really. Yeah. I was like, so during COVID, it was nice to have a actual backyard instead of staring at one half of a basement. Because that's where I live in the city. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, it's been great. So now I just travel full time out of Indianapolis. It rocks.
That's awesome, man. Civil Life Brewing Company's
Civil Rights Brewing Company.
British style bitter pale ale. Yeah, so this beer, let's see here. Our look at the British Pale Ale is a bit more opportunistic, but still within the special premium style. Wanted a nice bright session beer with the bitter concept, and came up with this one that incorporates North American hops, Centennial, that keep the beer punchy.
Oh, yeah, punchy.
Okay.
I like the mold.
I like this.
Yeah.
I wanted to not like it because I wanted the bit to keep going.
No,
It's almost a bit
got-
caramely.
It's got a little, I don't know, it's got a little funkiness to it, a little bit.
Hey, this one's actually not old as shit.
yeah, it's kind of it's fresh hops. It's a nice
Oh,
level of hop bitterness
that my
and
neck?
flavor.
Oh, Jesus
That
Christ.
was you?
Yeah,
That's what he get for talking about Deshaun Watson. He just popped up off a massage table.
need
and
that massage.
What you say?
Gotcha, bitch.
God.
That's another 10 games.
I know, yeah.
Hey, he could just sign a check for me. I won't rat him out.
Oh, he said, I'm taking the money before. Yeah,
Damn
extortion.
Fuck yeah. Write me a check, baby. It's good.
Deshaun, if you're listening, go to hell.
But write me a check first.
I like the hop profile. It's not overly bitter, although some of it's there. It's grapefruity. I'm getting the grapefruit notes.
Little grapefruit.
It's interesting because it has that caramel malt, which I expect from a British beer in general. Heavy on the malt, that kind of ESB kind of like.
Ooh, I got a little roasty there.
Yeah, and then that little bit of hop, that just a little bit of bite, as they call it, that punchiness.
Yeah.
Actually, is really pleasant. It brings in a slight bitter. It brings in a little bit of a fruit note to a beer style that typically doesn't have a lot of fruit notes.
Yeah.
That is a fun beer.
I don't get to have British beer that much. So a lot going on here, but it works. It ties together nicely, like you said, with the roastiness and the citrus. Yeah, I don't know.
That came out in left field. Speaking of the 14.
And here it is. Hey.
What's up?
Hi. We're talking about how you crash the show all the time.
The newest couch
5
freshman.
years, so.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
Going to high school.
That's what's up.
Older sister's heading to college, and little sister's going to high school.
Oh, snap.
Yeah.
Oh, snap. Seasons changed.
Yeah, John's.
Hi, I'm Dwight. She said I heard a man screaming for help in the basement, so I thought I'd see what's up.
Yeah.
I have a story for you after this.
This
Once
is a
we're
good
not
one.
on
Tune
camera.
into the Patreon if you want to hear what that's going to
It is hilarious. I know this story.
Love you,
Go
friend.
upstairs.
We gotta get back to work.
Yeah.
Fine.
Bye.
Fine.
Yeah, it's adorable.
This better be still happening when I'm able to be on this show.
We'll see.
At the rate we're going, we're gonna just try to build it up and hand it over to you, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
The rate we're going, our lives are going to tap out by then.
be. They're like,
Also possible.
Yeah.
It's why we don't drink much otherwise. We do our Saturdays for like when we do events, and even then we try not to go too hard. And then we do our Mondays, and that's pretty much
That's
it
it?
anymore.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Our bodies are,
Yeah,
they're
I mean,
temples.
They're not the
that's
temple they
nice.
used
It's
to
nice
be.
to have the days of the week where you're like, here's where I'm going to try to get obliterated. And then I recover from Tuesday to Friday.
I leave work early on Mondays to come here to do the show, and it's funny, like, I left a half hour early today. My boss is just like, oh, you got your show tonight? And I'm like, yep.
Yeah.
She's just like, this is hers. Love you, boss. She also bought comedy tickets to one of our shows and went, so, like,
Yeah.
And she had a great time.
she clearly supports it. you
That's
know?
your Christmas bonus.
Fuck.
Damn it.
Oh, shit. That is a pleasant fucking beer.
I dig it.
I go first on this one too.
Yeah, you
don't I? Honestly, yeah, lots of great things working for it. It's a bit unique in what it's doing. And if I'm like, yeah, I want to make a good British pale ale, I'll search this out. I'm gonna go 4.
You gonna go 4? I'm gonna go 3.75. Yeah, I think I could have a couple of these. I don't know. The bitterness is getting to me as I had a couple more sips.
Yeah.
So that's kind of taking me out of it a little bit, but I still, first sip, really enjoyed it as I worked through it. That's why I'm giving it the 0.75 instead of the full 4.
I'm going to give it a 4, which rounds it up to a 4 average. That is, I just enjoyed that uniqueness of it.
Yeah.
And for me, when you can take a beer style that I'm familiar with and change it enough without changing what makes that beer style.
Yeah.
Like, they still kept the core parts, but added just enough that really gave me that pleasant, like, oh, fuck, all right, I like this beer.
Okay.
I wasn't really wanting to, but, like,
Me neither, man.
God damn it.
Civil Life Brewing. All right. You got this.
Matt, what would you score this?
That one's weird. Like, it's well made. It works.
Real succinct.
It's different, but I don't think it's for me. So I gotta respect the game. But personally, factoring in there, 3.5.
All right.
All right, now, we are going to play the game real quick.
Okay.
It's a fun one. So, one of the games we play on the show. So, we score everything on Untapped.
Okay.
Craft beer drinkers all over the world score on Untapped. There has been 3.7 thousand check-ins to this beer.
Okay.
All right,
Decent
so
amount.
3.7 thousand check-ins. Now, unlike us, because you can't technically pay to have like 0.1 increments, yada yada yada. The global score is usually in like a 0.1 or 0.15 kind of thing.
Right.
You know, it goes to that second digit instead of just the quarters. It'll be a little different. Closest without going over.
Price is right.
Okay.
We're gonna guess what the global score is on 3.7 thousand. I will let Matt go first. Again, that's a 4.2% English bitter pale ale.
3.21.
Ooh, went low.
I'll go 3.56.
Big difference. That's a big jump.
It is. People are cynical. Social media app.
Not wrong.
3.33.
I get the split of the difference. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, John finally takes home a win after being extremely close last show. 3.6.
Oh, yeah! Hey, I get all 3 prizes.
There's prizes?
That's
Showcase.
Yeah, you're going to have some more beer.
Hell yeah, son. Ouija board time.
Speaking of...
What is the Halloween theme here?
That's fair.
We had the
we brought you into a white guy's basement.
I know, it's like,
I had to make this creepy as shit.
I should have died hours ago.
You're lucky there's lights on.
We can take care of that.
You said we could hear that. All you'd see is my teeth.
Woo! Shit.
Speaking of English beers,
It's actually
We have fun.
It's actually the only reason you're still alive at this point is because you make us laugh.
Well, that's good. Same thing for me when I went to Carmel High School. It was a survival.
yeah, no, I get that.
And I'm still standing, baby.
I forgot you said you went to Carl.
Yeah, I did.
Speaking of English beers, in Muncie, we went to Northern Tropics, which is not English beers, but he had a wonderful fucking ESB.
Oh, his
That
ESB
thing was
is
so
unbelievable.
good.
So it's a very, very small brewery in Muncie.
Okay.
I'm talking...
Do they have big breweries in Muncie, or is that just...
They have one bigger one. But their entire tap room, if you took that little wall and went across, Dwight,
Yeah, that's about
That's
this would
it?
be their tap room.
Holy...
Maybe a hair bigger. Maybe.
I think
Okay.
that's actually bigger.
Like,
Damn.
that room over there probably is bigger.
The wife has a nursery, not like
A greenhouse.
a greenhouse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Plants and shit like that. And he's just like, yeah, in the shed, I'm going to start a brewery.
My man, I'd like that.
Yeah.
I love those types of origin stories.
And he makes...
I don't like it. It's like, oh, we were all... Well, I actually like this brewery. I was about to...
Yeah, it gets old after so long.
I like... We were all lawyers. We got bored, and then we... I actually like the brewery that I'm talking about. So I'm like, you had money?
But they become like lost, this is for tax write-offs.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And he makes just incredibly clean beer.
Yeah.
Like, it is just beer-flavored beer.
That's not easy to do.
No. And he does it in a small system, does it well.
Yeah.
Funny-ass motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah, he puts up a Tyler, so that says a lot.
Ain't that the truth? All right, so the beer we're having, but yeah, it was a damn good ESB. Simpsons Malt and RAHR BSG. Ouija Heavy. Bourbon Barrel Aged Wee Heavy Ale. The Wee Heavy is a Scottish style Wee Heavy.
Oh, shit.
Ouija Heavy is a Scottish style Wee Heavy. Doing
Stop
that.
saying
back.
it.
Created with our friends.
You heavy. Don't be out like we heavy. Talking about all of us like that. I know I put on some weight, but we ain't got to be like we heavy all the time.
Created with our friends at Simpson Malt, RAR, and BSG. That features chocolate, brown sugar, toffee, and caramel character with a light sweetness and subtle bitterness.
What's actually fun about this one is Richard Simpson, 6th generation malt with Simpson malt over in England and Scotland, flew over for this one, and it was a collab, if you will, right? Featuring some Simpson malts. And he brought over
Ooh, la la.
from Scotland his favorite toffees.
Did he really?
And that's what they put in this beer.
Oh, that's badass.
Yeah.
That's fire.
And Cassie Rice Pilgrim watching said beer-flavored beer. How poetic.
What's up, Cassie?
Beer
Cassie.
flavored beer.
Big shout out to Rustic by Rice. Find her on Etsy. If you've seen our beer earrings, or beer rings, some would say,
Something like that.
at
I like
events,
that.
that is who makes them. So follow Rustic by Rice on Etsy because she does all sorts of different seasonal and holiday themed earrings. They are great for birthdays, Christmas gifts, Mother's Day, Father's Day, whatever. You know, whoever wears earrings in your life.
That is so easy.
That was a seamless plug.
Thank you.
Just on the spot.
Yeah.
My God. It's 4 beers deep. And it's just like,
That's when we're at our best.
That's what we're best.
Yeah, it's
though.
like,
Yeah,
I'm in it. My man's hitting a stride right now.
that's like 4
Damn, that
minutes
was smooth.
Yeah.
Hey, the drunker I get, the better I get. Now there is a
That's what.
That's what she said.
There's a plateau.
we did learn there is a tipping point, especially when it comes to business shit. Like I'm great to the point. But in all fairness,
Close the QuickBooks.
But in all fairness, I looked at John one time. We're at an event, and I was planning on getting hammered.
Yeah.
So, like, I did all my business networking, did all this shit.
Must have been a
quick.
Monday.
It wasn't. It was Saturday.
It was Saturday. It was Saturday.
He looked at me. He goes, "Hey, come over here," and I'm just like, "No." Like and John's like, "Hey, I need you over here." I'm like, "Fuck." So I tried it. So, dude, all I did was literally insult this dude for the next
And I
five
was
minutes.
just like, all right, you can go.
All right.
Yeah. John was like,
Are you
"Oh,
done?"
this is why he said
Yeah.
that."
I get it. You're good.
Oh,
We
man.
can talk later.
I have a point, and I had hit it.
have a point.
Well, especially like douchebags piss me off anyways,
Yeah.
and I can filter it sometimes. Once I hit that tipping point, I cannot.
Yeah, man.
And I
Yeah.
was at that point. Yeah.
It's
Cass
good to recognize that in your partner.
Cass says, thanks, Ty, love ya. Gray's here too.
Oh, hey, her son.
Oh, nice.
And speaking of kids watching,
We got some more babies.
Yeah, Gray's only 4, 5.
No, I don't know. Yeah,
She's gonna yell at me. I'll probably be wrong.
Hannah says, Tyler sounds like he can smell toast.
Smell toast. I'm having a stroke.
Yeah.
The Ouija and we.
Yeah.
That's where that came
Oh,
from.
okay. I'm not really sure what the reference is, but I hope it's funny.
I'm gonna go with the Ouija heavy and we
makes sense.
heavy combo.
The Ouija
Yeah,
we heavy.
Yeah, 'cause
Oh,
I
man.
fucked that up a lot. This is fantastic though. That toffee note's beautiful.
It is.
There is a slight bitterness at the end that's
a
balances
roasty.
the whole beer.
Yeah.
There's a roastiness, almost like burnt charcoal sort of note in there that is perfectly.
It balances the
Balance.
whole thing.
Ooh, the Big Gulp is highly recommended.
Because it is a very
Says off
sweet
screen
beer,
that.
so it's
Yeah.
very nice to have that little bit of roast bitterness. I gotta try the Big Gulp according to Matt. I trust his
Yeah,
evaluation
you
on
get a
this.
nice like chocolatey sweet up front, then like a toffee finish, like after it just kind of mellows.
Ooh,
That Big
yeah.
Gulp's pleasant.
Yeah,
It
that's
gives
nice.
you a lot more of that flavor in it.
Big Gulp's we've talked about it 1,000 times on this show. It always cracks me up how you'll sip on a beer like you're supposed to for tasting a beer, right?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you'll throw back a
Blah.
swig and you're like, that's
Oh,
a
that's
whole
it.
different flavor.
That's
for
a
the fire.
shock to the goddamn system.
That also spent 14 months in a bourbon barrel.
14 months?
Yeah,
Yeah, I get a little bit of the bourbon note.
but not like you did with the.
It's not hot.
Yeah, this,
No,
this isn't
corn.
like alcohol hot barrel. This
No.
is more just like flavor.
Yeah, exactly. You're getting like
Barrel flavor characteristic.
you're getting a little
Little vanilla notes.
vanilla for sure.
Vanilla,
Yeah.
just a little wood, hint of wood.
Hint of wood.
I'll give you a hint of
Hey,
wood.
listen, just come over. I'm just trying to. It's Monday night. It's my night to turn up, and I'm just trying to give you a little hints of wood. No, I'm talking about the beer. Trying to give you that,
Matt.
trying to give you that Ouija heavy. You know what I mean?
How old are you? Because apparently I have a type. Let's see if you fall in it.
We have found that older gentlemen really like Matt.
Yeah, my demographic is silver foxes. It's very unfortunate.
It's the funniest shit. We'll go out.
What? Oh,
and
yeah?
if there is one older gay gentleman in a bar,
He don't gotta be
he
gay.
will find Matt.
No, he don't got to be gay.
That's also fair.
Look at him. A man would leave his wife and 3 children for a chance. Love to see the way you wear that hat. This is coalesces.
Oh fuck!
You talking about good drinks right now?
All right, can you clip that and send it to me? That's going on my Tinder profile.
I can make a husband of 3 leave his 1. Ladies, come on! This is 12.6%.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you why is my chest burning? No, it's not. It's not hot. I'm not a bitch or nothing. But like,
Pretty smooth 12.
you're-
drinking, though.
you're-
We definitely jumped a lot. You know.
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
this is fantastic. I don't know any better, so I'd have like 3 of these before I stood up.
Yeah.
So we've talked about that. We call it DUI shelf beer. Stuff that has a lot higher ABV.
Don't do that.
It's a lot higher ABV than what it tastes like. You drink like 3 or 4 of them, you go to get off your
Yeah.
bar stool and go, oh fuck.
Yeah,
Hot water.
yeah. I have a water and a.
I'm no longer leaving yet. Can I have some coffee
Here's
or water,
my
please?
keys.
Yeah.
And
I'm Ubering.
Oh, that's awesome.
yeah, that's really good.
Oh, shout out. Hannah says she has 2 pairs of Cassie's earrings from Beer Fest and that they're amazing.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
I love when people buy our shit. I mean, our stuff that we sell that's so lovingly made.
Yeah.
So this probably started
Please
life
keep
as
buying more.
WeMac, I'm gonna guess, right?
What'd you say, dear?
This started life as WeMac, yeah?
I mean,
It's based
most
on.
likely.
It's based
Yeah,
on.
imagine.
Technically, I think it's based on We
You get a little bit.
We muckle, yeah.
Because this is such a far departure from that. Because like I know WeMac's good for it, but it's not something I normally gravitate toward. But this is
Yeah.
fucking good.
This
This
one's
is
based
dessert.
off of Wee Muckle, which is their richer barrel aged
Is it
Wee
like
Heavy.
coffee maybe?
It's
or-
the Wee Heavy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, this is dessert.
it's
I-
fantastic.
Yeah, I dig this. I
Yeah,
dig
it's-
this.
All right, we'll definitely need a rinse on this one. You are first to score.
Ooh, I'm gonna go. I love the style. I love the flavors, everything about it. I'm gonna go 4.5.
All right, there's a big score.
Yeah, big
Yeah.
score, big score. I mean, I ain't gonna give no dark beer or nothing under a 4. If you know me, you been listening to this podcast. I'm slinging the wee heavies now. 4.5. What?
I agree. I'm going to give it a 4.5. I think that's a perfect
Nice.
score.
Oh yeah, no. I really appreciate how well it's made, and I get a lot of that sweetness without it being sugary and cloying and sweet, and like every other fucking Indiana sweet stout.
Damn.
Well, it's not a
Shots
stout.
fired.
I know, but still, I'm a 4.75.
All right, so it stays a 4.5 average.
Hell yeah.
Great fucking beer. Matt, if you counted, what would you give it?
I'm gonna agree with Davenport on this one. 4.75. I don't normally gravitate towards that style, and that thing was good. Especially the big gulp on that really drove that thing home. That sounded bad.
Just gonna let it sit there.
Big old brought it home, baby.
Yep. Dwight's just going to let that one marinate. All right, Dwight, what's your prediction tonight for the Pacers game?
Tonight we go to Oklahoma City. Tight game,
Must
like
win
the last
game.
2 games. And then
I mean, we're in the winning shirt time.
Yeah.
Winning time shirt. If you don't say winning, then I think you're sure.
no, I'm giving the Pacers a 1.5.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's not bad.
yeah. So I think these last 2 games have been super. This fun basketball.
Oh, it's so good. It's
great
so much fun.
basketball. These last 2 games. The first 2 games, whatever. Those last 2 games are like, if you are a basketball fan, you like to see hotly contested, great defense, great shot making.
This playoffs in general has been so
It's
much
been
fun.
great.
It's been one of my favorite NBA
Oh
playoffs.
man, yeah. It took me a day to recover because I was so mad how last game
yeah.
ended.
Oh, yeah.
Because I like an idiot celebrating 6 minutes left.
Yeah.
I ain't never seen nobody come back before and so we obviously lost that in dramatic fashion. But yeah, I like the way we responded after a disappointing loss throughout these playoffs.
I love the way that these teams, even though there's such a discrepancy between like the total wins for the season,
Yeah.
that they're even teams.
Yeah.
Well,
And
when
they
you
play
look-
very similar to each other.
Well, and
Yep.
when you look at the record since January 1st, when the Pacers
Yes.
actually remembered how to fucking play basketball,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
we started off rough.
Tyrese was coming back from his injury.
McConnell was hurt. Tyrese
There's
was
a lot
hurt.
of injuries.
Neesmith was hurt.
Yeah.
Nemhard.
We get to January 1st, and the Pacers could actually be the Pacers.
Don't get me wrong.
Second best record in basketball.
Yes.
Yeah.
This Oklahoma City team is all
It's
time. It's all time.
Yeah.
But I love our. I mean, I'm amped.
I'm obviously rooting for us. We have defied expectations this entire playoffs.
I know he's about to give me a butt. Say it.
OKC by 6.5.
By 6.5 because it's at home or just
Yeah.
in general.
At home, and I don't think we respond after that heartbreaking loss. I think this is the one time we don't respond.
Okay.
See, but this team has always responded, and these teams are so similar to each other. And I think games 1 and 2 was it's kind of that acclimation period. Game 3 was really that woke up OKC because like even though they were up and things like that, like we handled that game, and then game 4 even
We just have proven in the last 2 games that we can play with this team.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
And if we put 48 minutes together, we can play very close. If it's a blowout by OKC, I think that's the way they win. I don't see them winning this game if it's close again. I think Rick makes the best.
Oh, he's so awesome.
He's just proven himself to be.
I would
one of the
like
most
it better
elite
if Ben
coaches.
Shepherd was off the court more.
You gotta throw bodies at Shay.
Yeah,
And that's fine,
he's been
but
doing well with that.
Just because you don't like Muppets, dude. Like, we've talked about this. Just because you don't like his Muppet mustache. You're like, I don't want to look at that while I'm trying to eat my dinner.
Now, see, my problem is we always put him in the rotation that also has like no scoring,
Yeah.
and he doesn't. Every once in a while he'll shoot, but in general, the boy's basically a black hole.
He's a
on
defensive.
offense,
He's a defensive body.
which
Yeah.
is great.
Just throw body.
But sometimes you do need the ball to go in the hole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The game you're talking about, though, we won, where he played a lot of defense on Shea.
Solid.
That's
Yeah,
because McConnell and Matherin went off.
I will say, I think the game this time,
Yeah.
it'll be the Miles Turner game. If we win, it'll be the Miles Turner game. He hasn't had a finals game yet.
He's been
He
sick. He's been hurt.
Yep, that's
And
killed
he's
him.
like,
I think this is one of those that if we win, it will because Miles finally starts those shots that he's been open on, and he's taking good shots.
It's our best.
They
That's
just-
what I mean.
They just keep missing.
I know.
If he drops two or three
know.
early, in that first half, I'll tell you what, he has a big game and we run away with it. If Miles doesn't drop it, I think Hallie still has a great game, Siakam still has a great game, but we come out on the losing end.
right.
What's your prediction?
This
John?
is the part of a series where the two teams have figured each other out a little bit. This is where it gets fun. No team's going to run away with this now, right? Like
Yeah.
they've figured each other out.
Yeah.
Now it's that strategic chess match. We do this,
Let's go.
now we do this, now we do this, now we
go.
do this.
Yes.
They're so equal. They're equal teams.
Pacers take it, and if I'm right, I'm coming back and I'm getting
right
this
here,
Quaffon
baby.
truck.
Right here. Yeah.
Weed joints. You hear me?
What truck?
It belongs to me now.
What truck?
He's trying to steal our blood drop.
No, through fair trade. Through
Fair
fair
move on to the
trade.
next beer, but finishing off the last one, Jim Monroe, longtime watcher, late episode talker. That last one sounded good, and also they've got 8 pair of earrings, so
Oh,
beat that.
Yeah.
Did you not give out the autism earrings for the gifts like you planned? They bought a shit ton of them for gifts, and then evidently they forgot to deliver them all.
What? Oh, he's saying he just bought that many.
That's the
Think
most-
of that.
that's
did I miss the explanation? Or
We did. So I work with kids with autism.
Okay.
But we had Cassie make some autism earrings for a fundraiser that we did.
Oh.
And it was a lot of fun. It was a cool thing.
Yeah.
But they bought a shit ton of them and to
they-
give away as gifts. And
Yeah.
evidently they forgot to. In all fairness, I also didn't deliver them till about 6 months late.
Yeah.
So that
Oh.
might be on me.
I mean,
They might be saving them for next Christmas.
they're handled by Doge.
You did say we had
I'm
them
sorry.
That's probably top of prime and gave
I'm
them away,
sorry.
So I'm guessing he was dispersed them.
Edit that last one out. I don't want to get the podcast.
No editing. It's live. It's live.
Fuck you, Doge.
I'm sorry.
Fuck you, Musk. Doge.
I would have.
and anybody else.
I would have done it.
All right, so this is
It's the wee heavy.
This is Mocha Rhino Suit, Ale Song Brewing and Blending, Imperial Milk Stout, aged in bourbon barrels with coffee and cocoa. This is another 12.5%. Brewed by Ale Song out of Eugene, Oregon.
Oh, got some good stuff out
A
there.
blend of
Yeah.
Imperial Stouts aged in Heaven Hill bourbon barrels and finished on hand-selected and freshly roasted Colombian coffee. And cocoa nibs from the local artisans at Coffee Plant Roasters and Chocolate Alchemy. Bold cold-pressed coffee and rich cocoa give way to velvety notes of vanilla and coconut for a decadent treat any time of day.
You sons of bitches, ale song. Don't you put coconut in my beer?
I don't think they put it in. I think it's the chocolate and stuff.
Yeah.
Do you?
We had the coconut one, and it made a fool out of me as well.
When they say any time of day, what's the percentage on this again?
12.5.
Okay.
great
Well,
way to
that's
start
not
your day.
any time.
You want to start your day off
That's
right or
not. That's not to wake up with.
Hey, in
Oh,
all
yeah,
fairness,
or-
Put the L song in your cup.
in all fairness, they do say that drinking in the morning is the best thing for your metabolism over at night.
Who's
so,
they?
scientists.
Yeah.
Okay,
Science.
Yeah,
Well, now I believe.
Yeah.
people that know things.
Now I trust it.
2023.
Now I have
This
something
is-
to tell my wife.
By the way, this is from 2023.
Oh.
Ooh. And Jim confirms, yes, gave them away. So the
Ah,
earrings have been
darn it.
dispersed.
I was kind of hoping he was just holding on to them. He was wearing them in secret.
Hmm.
That nose is awesome.
Yeah.
I got green on the nose.
I didn't.
I don't know.
I don't, but it's not in when I taste it though.
I didn't get it
I
on the
was- I
nose
was
or on the
concerned.
taste. That's pleasant.
What do you mean when you say I got green?
So
Somebody paid you money.
no,
You smelled that
unfortunately
truck.
not.
It did.
Oftentimes with coffee beers, I might pick up a green note as like a green bell pepper.
Oh, gotcha.
But it's
Isn't that a medical condition? Are they both having strokes?
Maybe it's
This is my podcast now. Welcome to the L Song Brother Hour. Now,
I got a whole shelf of stouts right here. It is time for that dark
Yes.
shit. Let's go.
Black
we poured
beauties.
out. Yes, I have diabetes. I only drink 12% black beers. This is
I got a 23% black beer there for you.
Oh shit! Which one?
The anniversary 13. By
Oh,
River
bourbon?
North, by River
Oh,
North.
oh,
No, it is a
River.
beer. It is a 23.1% beer, I think.
Damn.
Most of theirs,
do
most
this?
of those gold top wax bottles
Yeah.
are all 16% or higher.
Oh my goodness, God!
the big gulp is nice, velvety, chocolatey. Would strong recommend.
It's
on
super
that.
chocolately.
Yeah,
I feel like that's something the show you were on talked about.
I mean,
Smooth
that's.
chocolatey.
I mean, I got a Patreon too. You know what I'm talking about, my brother.
Well, that's only
No, that's your OnlyFans.
No, you can be nude on Patreon. Yes, you can. I don't care what they say. You can.
They got it covered in bourbon.
There's a category for that. It's a lot.
You have to check several boxes. Of you.
Ooh, the big gulp is nice.
Yeah.
I like the. I was not a huge fan. I was struggling a little bit, but Big Gulp saving it for me.
Big gulp's nice. The sip's great. Definitely not as good as some of what we've had. Just the plain rhino suit is still my favorite of all the ones they've done.
I'm not getting a ton of like lactose or like the milk stout.
So a
You
good.
think?
Well, what's funny is a good milk stout doesn't require a ton of lactose.
Well, that's good. Give me gas anyway.
I mean, it's there, but it's not a ton. It's more for body in this one, I think, than anything. It gives it that little bit of creaminess.
I like. Oh, okay. I like that. That's
Yeah.
what I mean. It's like velvety.
Yeah, instead of having
Nice.
to taste
Yeah.
it, they
Yeah.
use it more for the body.
I think that's why I like it better.
Yeah.
So I don't drink milk on a daily basis, and so anytime I can taste it in a beer,
It's like, fuck this.
I'm like, I don't. Who would do this? A child eating cereal.
No, this one's
With your
definitely.
jam sandwiches.
What the hell?
What
the hell?
Kool-Aid powder.
I just came around on you. You're attacking the jam sandwich?
No, I got plenty of jam sandwiches.
No, I ate dry Kool-Aid. Like,
I mean, we both did. I love how you're like, bullshit. It's like, no, we grew up without money. Oh, you did have
I
Kool-Aid.
mean,
God.
game recognized game, baby. Game recognized game. Come on, dog.
Lots of bologna, lots of Vienna sausages, lots.
And you could have also made it just like jam and butter. You know, that would have been like.
Say jam and butter?
Yeah, I knew people that did that.
Dude, my friend.
That's when I got fancy.
My
And
room-
put on crackers.
My roommate's kids broke out some can. I didn't even know they were in the fucking cabinet. I had not looked in the pantry. They all broke out. All four of those motherfuckers broke out Vienna sausage cans the other day.
Oh, no.
And I'm sitting there going, I haven't had those in years. And they're like, wait, you know what these are? And I'm like, fuck yeah. I'm roommate taxing this shit. Give me one of those.
Fucking gelatin shit. that's in that
Yep.
fucking
Fry me some spam while you're in the kitchen.
Dude, spam's expensive now.
Dude,
I know!
It's bullshit.
It's at like,
The hipsters took it over.
yeah, I know. It's at
God
like
damn it.
nice restaurants. They're like, we have a spam and collard green sandwich. It's like, why is that $17?
I remember when PBR was cheap and so was Spam. This is bullshit.
Yeah.
My 30 racks used to be a hell of a lot cheaper.
That's
Remember, college, we drink PBR. All of a sudden, I get out of college. I'm like, you know what? I'm thirsty for some PBR. Go to buy a 30 rack. It's like, what the fuck?
yeah. You want to fist fight it?
Yeah, that's expensive.
Hey, it's a
to
typo.
I wanted to fist fight someone else, not the price.
Yelling at the attendant at Walgreens. Yo, no.
That shit's $14.99, not $20.99. Come on now.
When we used to throw parties in college in Bloomington, you could only get 2 cases at a time. You only get 2 30 racks at a time, so we'd need like 20 cases. So we just had 4 people going back and forth, and we just wipe out the CVS.
Hells yes.
Because they're like $4 cheaper than going to a liquor store.
It's CVS, the overlooked place to go buy booze. Like,
It's-
they
yeah,
have good
for sure.
prices.
Yeah.
Still to this day.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know about that until a couple years ago. I'm like, what?
Sneakily
Yeah,
good
bro.
bourbon selection.
Yeah,
Yeah.
CVS
I know.
and Walgreens both have a sneaky, like, decent bourbon selection. You're like,
Yeah, what the hell?
I remember the first time
Eagle Rare?
I was in there. I was like 22. I'm in there just. I'm like, oh fuck. I don't want to go to the liquor store. They got beer here. I'm sure it's gonna be more expensive. And I'm like,
Yeah, nope.
okay. And then I'm walking down the liquor aisle. I'm like,
It's just sitting on top of where the actual deodorant's actually locked up. It's just sitting loose. You're like, I could. Well,
The expensive ass bourbon that's actually priced at
it's
like
just on top of the shampoo.
the expensive ass bourbon that's actually only $30 at CVS. It's on top of the locked up deodorant. And you're like, I mean,
Yeah, I mean, gotta get that.
Also, I'm gonna need some degree, homie. Like,
I guess I gotta call somebody.
not for the booze.
Yeah, I just need.
That's like when you go down Walmart now, the condoms are all locked up, and you're like, good thing I don't use you. No,
I ain't calling somebody for condoms.
fuck no.
I have to see someone twice when I buy condoms. That's crazy.
That's awkward as shit. It's bad
Jesus
enough
Christ.
to be like,
Hey,
extra small condoms right here. Who wants to ask for those?
it's a joke. It's for a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke I do with all my
It's
friends.
bad enough for paying for those. I don't need to ask somebody to get those out for me.
You're just yelling. It's less rubber. It's less. How's it the same price?
Save
it's
the environment.
less
Save the
rubber. It can't be the same.
Oh shit.
Mocha Rhino sauce. Ooh.
That's very good. Again, not quite as good to me as some of the others by them.
with that being,
I dig it.
being aged for a couple of years and having the coffee in there, I wonder if that kind of just didn't
It might have.
do itself a favor over a couple.
Coffee for me is always hit or miss in beers. I've had some great coffee stouts that I am in love with, and I have some that I would rather them burn in hell for using it.
Yeah.
This isn't
Yeah.
on the burn in hell side, but
No.
it's. I feel like it almost took away from the chocolate. I wanted more of that chocolate. I wanted
Yeah.
a little more creaminess. I wanted a little more of that sweetness. And I'm a guy who hates sweet in my stouts. But
Yeah.
I wanted more.
I love taking the chance on stouts like this, like big stouts.
Oh, yeah.
Just because when you do find one that hits,
Oh, it
it's
hits.
it
It's
hits.
so good, yeah.
That's
but
how
like-
we found that River North place we were telling you about that has the
Yeah.
23%er. We took a chance on line one time, and
Yeah.
then it's now our favorite.
Oh man, yeah. And so like, I appreciate the experience. It wasn't gross. It also, it has like very good characteristics. Like I said, I'm always worried about the milk stouts being too lactose forward.
Yeah.
The sweetness, it wasn't overly sweet, like you said, which that's sometimes it feels like that gets away from these bottles that sit for a long time. So, yeah, I enjoy the experience. I like that it was black.
You're welcome.
That's my favorite part.
I had a Freedom beer and a black beer. I
You
did.
did. Those were.
I should have put them
Now
back
you
to
can combine
back.
them, yeah.
It should be the same thing.
I
But
should have
anyway,
put them back to back. No, I'm going to hell.
I'll see you there.
And Dwight's never coming on the show again. No. He's like, fuck these guys.
It better be all 16%ers. Oops! All blackout.
Big thing for me was this beer actually got worse as I drank it. I thought I enjoyed it more the first couple sips. The Big Gulp helped a little because I got a little more of the mocha, but in general, as I drank, I just was less and less pleased. I never got green or anything like that, but the coffee just didn't balance well with the mocha the more I drank it. And the more I drank it, the more I lost the mocha. I just wasn't real pleased with it the longer I drank it, which is weird because this is one of my favorite breweries in the world.
And that's a great.
And this series has
beer
been
by them, yeah.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
I'm first on this one.
You are. I'm glad.
Yeah, it's a really hard beer to score. I think it's slightly below average. I think it's a 2.75.
Ooh.
Damn.
Ooh.
It started out at
Alright.
about a 3.25, and the longer I drank it, we ended up at a 2.75.
Yeah, I think probably the biggest issue with this one, and I struggle sometimes with coffee flavored beers. It just, you told me mocha, and I was really looking for that velvety chocolate.
Yep.
Even though mocha is a coffee, and I get it, but yeah, it just, the balance wasn't there. I'm glad you went 2.75 because
I almost went lower.
that
Like, I
helps.
wasn't happy
That
with this
helps.
by the end of it.
4. Oh god damn, this is so tough stuff.
I thought he started to say it 4 and something. I
No,
was
no,
like, what
no,
the
no, no,
fuck?
no.
I'm glad you went 2.75. 5, bitches!
So, yeah.
This guy's a dumbass!
for an L song, like this is definitely not a good representation of what they are, and especially this line.
No.
Like rhino suits have been like I think we've rated every rhino suit a 4.75 or 5.
Yeah.
I don't think that's an exaggeration.
No.
Yeah.
Like
And we've had like 5 or 6 of these.
Yeah.
yeah.
Including one that was aged in tequila barrels.
This one is not there.
Senior Rhino was the name of that one.
Of course it was. Of course it's right. Of course.
I knew you'd like that. Yeah.
Is it below average for the style?
I think it is. I think it is. I think I could
Below
name,
average for them, there's no doubt.
I could name a handful of Indiana breweries that would beat that right now on with a less than stellar beer.
Did you hear that? You think about that?
I know. I'm thinking, man.
You tossed out green.
I know.
You
I did.
said
on the
He does that on a lot of
on the
coffee
smell.
beers, though. Like,
Yeah.
I'm some things I'm just sensitive to. I think we all have this sort of sensitivity to certain things.
you just started naming green vegetables.
You know what I am?
did.
He was
I
like-
did, yeah.
He was like green onion, green pepper, green cilantro. I was like, that's that's it.
That's just cilantro.
Yeah, you don't have to do that.
I'm gonna call. Oh God.
This is hurting him. And it's
I
hilarious.
could tell.
This is hilarious.
It's like
fuck it. I'm just gonna go 3.
baby boy's first prostate exam.
I'm just 3.
3, bitch, cop out. Anyway,
Yeah.
He was like, I wanted it to be darker, and it wasn't as dark as
He
I
wanted
wanted.
it bigger.
He wanted Kelly Rowland. He got Beyonce. You know what I mean? I wanted that mocha.
I did. I want that
And
mocha.
he gave me the light skin version. And that's
you got the
disappointing.
Tyrese Halliburton beer.
You got the, yeah, I wanted Lance Stevenson, and he gave me Tyrese Halliburton.
No, I wanted Steven Jackson.
Oh, there we go.
God damn! Jesus Christ!
See, I can't push any buttons. I don't want to push a whole lot.
He's like, I don't know what to not get canceled with.
Yeah,
right now.
none of them are right. They're
no.
all good.
It wasn't me saying it. It was the drop. It was the button. The button says it. I wasn't saying it. Actually, I thought it was pretty middle of the road, so I'm gonna go with a 3. I didn't think it was below average. I've never had L song. You guys talked it up, and
I'm so sad.
Yeah.
I know.
sad,
I could
man.
see
So
it.
sad.
I know, but
It hurts.
I wouldn't like be. It wouldn't like they would serve this in like 8 or 12 ounce. I would finish it.
That would be an 8 ounce, and that would probably be like
That's enough.
$11 though for that 8 ounce.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But baby boy got it like that. I've been doing comedy for 15 years. Yeah, I got a backyard in Broad Ripple, Indiana. You hear that? I ain't in New York no more. I have disposable income because I'm not in the city anymore.
And a backyard.
In the backyard. Yeah. What'd you give it? 2.75?
5. He gave it a 3, so it comes out a 3 average. By the way, that's our 450th stout on the show.
Oh, that, God
Was that
damn.
their badge? Is that
Y'all
right?
really do it.
Yeah, so we have checked in on the show, and we actually have probably about 20 check-ins we don't have.
Yeah.
And we call them the Lost
Probably
Scrolls.
more than that.
Because we used to keep them on paper because I didn't want to fucking update it as we went because that kept me on my phone, and I'm on my phone enough during the show sometimes, especially if women are sending me pictures. And so,
Personality.
I used to write them down, and then after about a handful of pages,
He
I'd go,
goes like this.
yeah,
Yeah, that's a good one.
about a handful of pages, I'd finally take it out the notebook home and put them all in. Well, all of a sudden, there was a time where, like, one whole notebook just fucking disappeared. So we lost anywhere between, like, 20 and 30 beers.
Oh, no.
And some of them are, like, some of
Oh,
our
no,
favorites,
no,
and we're,
no,
like,
no, no,
sad
no.
because it's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
oh.
You never lose a notebook.
But
That's
we're
sacrilege.
we've checked into 1,761 different beers.
Damn. God damn.
And we...
Once a week?
every once in a while,
Okay.
on Saturdays. Every once in a while on Saturdays, like if we're at an event, we'll check into something. Or if we
Okay.
go, like this Saturday, we were supposed to have an event, it got canceled. We went to some different breweries in Muncie.
Yeah.
And we checked into at least one at every location
Okay.
we went to.
Yeah.
But in general, yeah, it's basically on Monday, 1,700 plus beers,
Damn,
almost
that's,
1,800.
that's incredible.
It's a good time.
proud of you.
Our average
More
score is a
problem,
3.46.
Okay.
So slightly above average.
That's good. You guys are generous.
We have only had, this is the fun thing, 10.25s
Which is
Really?
the worst score you can give.
Okay.
Uh,
Is the ones-
7.5s and 9.75s. So we're looking at 19 and 7.
26.
All right, I forgot what the other one was. 26
Yeah.
under a 1.
Okay.
Out of 17,
yeah.
almost 1,800 beers.
So y'all really, what you're saying to me is you really like beer
A little bit, yeah.
most of the time.
A little bit. It's kind of funny. You can literally look at the girl, like the plot.
I know, that's hilarious. That's really funny.
Love this app. I really
That's
do.
wonderful.
This is a fun fucking show.
Yeah,
We
great time.
do have a couple things left to do before we hop off here. Again, guys, follow him on Instagram at Dwight Simmons.
Please.
You can literally just look at if you don't know how to spell Dwight or Simmons, you can get on our Instagram that you obviously already follow. He has been posted and tagged a lot on our Instagram because he was the headliner of one of our favorite shows. Well, my favorite shows. Some asshole wasn't there.
I'm gonna let him talk to you like that? That's crazy.
Yeah, I brought you the civil rights beer.
Yeah, right. You guys tasted 1,761 beers.
But make sure you guys follow him. It helps comedians, but also he's funny as shit. He posts a ton of his clips of different things. It's great. He does have his big project coming up in August, which you said dates are coming up next week.
Yep. I'll post that on whatever platform you choose to follow me on, and my website, which is just dwightsimmons.com.
Odds are we'll repost both on Two Beerded Guys and on TVG Live Presents. So
Yeah.
make sure you follow all that. But before we're off here, it is time for Beer of the Night. Dwight, what this means is not just your favorite beer necessarily, could be, but also the one that maybe most surprised you in a positive way. Please don't pick a bad beer. We had somebody, when I
surprised
said,
me it was so bad.
I don't think I rated one
that
bad.
was what I literally, we told somebody like, oh, Beer of the Night, like, it surprised you the most. They gave it like the one we rated a 1, and we're like,
Oh.
well, I was surprised it was so bad. I'm like, no, if it's Beer of the Night, it's a positive surprise.
Well, yeah, I mean, fair. We didn't clarify.
That's just a good
That's
thing.
a valid point.
That's just a good thing.
No, the sad thing is, it wasn't a bit. The person legit thought that's
that's
what
just-
we meant.
Yeah.
If it was you, I'd be like, motherfucker, just taking advantage of some linguistics here.
I mean, yeah, that's
no.
literally my job.
Yeah, no, that the asshole did it on accident.
Beer of the night.
Yeah, Matt, you are first.
I'm going to go with the Ouija.
The Ouija.
The Ouija.
Yeah, that I was really looking forward to the ale song and didn't quite hit there. I think so. Just kind of like we waited too long.
Oh yeah, what would you have given the ale song? I apologize.
Oh, very good. I'm still gonna search out every ale song stout that I see. So
You're not giving this a 4.
I'm not giving it a 4.
Okay.
But it's also still smooth drinking at a 12%, and I did enjoy the big gulp. I think there's some meritorious things to it. I'm gonna give it a 3.5. Maybe a little generous, but
You usually are.
I didn't hate it.
I didn't hate it,
You
I
ABV whore.
didn't dislike it as bad as you guys. But no, the Ouija was the one
Size king.
definitely not what I've been told.
I meant it the other way. It was a callback to you getting hit on by
my silver foxes.
eldermen.
My hair was silver foxes.
This is why he's the professional.
My man
On
pop,
Patreon. No.
they literally pop a Tic Tac and a blue pill and go over and talk to me like, you know what?
Hey, if you've met some of these guys, I think that's legit what they do.
Yeah.
That just kind of hurt my pride a
And
little
my favorite is,
bit.
No, that should
my
not
favorite
hurt.
is,
No,
this
it's
motherfucker,
good.
he doesn't even recognize it most of the time. He's just like, oh, these are nice people, and we're all watching.
I haven't paid for shit here.
That's so
This
awesome.
guy just bought me some French fries. That was weird.
We went into a gay bar in Chicago. And-
That's when you should have
no,
your
we
In
didn't
fairness,
know.
they did not
So
specify that.
we
I
knew
didn't
it
pick
was a
that
gay
up.
bar. And our
I
friend
didn't,
Tessa,
but I caught on.
our friend
I
Tessa,
caught on real quick.
our friend Tessa, who lives up there, it's one of her favorite bars.
Yeah.
She's like, "Can we go?" And
Yeah.
John and I are like, "Fuck yeah!" I already knew. We walk in. John figured it out real quick.
Yeah.
I
Matt
did
had
not.
no idea. Matt goes up and Dolly Parton's on the radio and he's like singing along. They're singing along.
Singing Dolly Parton with guys at the bar.
Who doesn't sing 9 to 5? Come on. It's a great song.
It is a great song.
So he buys them around. They buy him around. They're all hitting on him. It's great. We're
Yeah.
dying laughing.
Yes.
Our friend Tessa, who's part of the community, is literally like,
Oh.
she's dying laughing. We go to
It's so
leave.
obvious when. Oh.
We go to leave, and literally one of them chases us out of the bar. He's like, "Bye, man."
That's
No,
funny as
preceding
hell.
that, on the exit out, they're like, you know we're in a gay bar just there, right? I was like, no, we weren't. They're all just like really friendly.
No.
Yeah, they're really
And then-
nice guys.
We're just singing Dolly Parton together.
And then right as soon as I say, no, they are. Everyone's just
No,
really
we're
friendly.
good. No.
Hey, bye, man.
Ah,
God damn,
no.
it was a gay bar. You're right.
It was the greatest thing.
We all just had our hands on each other's lower backs the whole time singing Dolly Parton.
I was
No.
gonna get on there.
No.
we were so happy because John and I are just drinking and having a blast with our friend Tessa, and Matt's at the bar making all the friends.
Oh, that's amazing. Oh, that's amazing.
When not knowing a stranger backfires.
All right, John, what would be your beer?
You were
of the night?
never in any danger.
No, never. Honestly, I don't oftentimes have the best beer of the night be also beer of the night, but it's Ouija heavy. Like,
But what's your
So well made.
criteria? I don't understand the criteria.
So it can be your highest score, but
Okay.
it also could be a high score that maybe I anticipated being pretty low.
gotcha.
so if I were to consider something else besides Ouija heavy, probably the British Pale Ale,
Okay.
because that's not what I expected from that. It was really good.
Ooh.
That makes sense, right?
Okay, I got you.
One of those that just surprises
I
you.
expect Sun King
Okay.
to be good, right?
Especially those kids.
Especially those cans.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. Beer of the night. My favorite beer was the Ouija, but you just said that. So, test thief, cheater. I really was surprised and enjoyed the Freedom Lemonade.
Yeah.
I did. I did not know I'd take one sip and throw the Black Power fist up, but that's what happened. You cracked
that
the
fist
can,
up was-
and it was just like,
Yeah, we
Bleh.
only have those tap handles.
Yeah, I do.
That's a couple of them.
he put those in. He put those in hiding. This is under the Christmas tree.
Like, there's definitely a
They
star
might be on the
when you're not
bottom.
too
You might
far.
move the poster a little.
You have a real life one just sitting here. At any time you want. You don't got to go look for the artifact.
There we go.
Revolution! Yeah, I would drink that.
Grab the other one while you're at it.
I actually like that it wasn't as tart as it is. Like a shandy that's not tart. I feel strong. Yeah.
Oh, it's all right. I'm gonna make you sad here in a second.
You insert up to about that point.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's only a point to let you know you've gone too far.
I'm
Red
confused
Bills.
though. That one's smaller. Is it? No, they're about.
yeah,
it's
that's
a little
what
girthier.
Yeah.
There's amateur hour and pro night. Come on.
I mean, you know what it is.
My favorite beer was Ouija.
Yeah.
But my beer of the night is actually going to be the Civil Life Brewing's British. That surprised me. That was enjoyable. That is
Yeah.
one I would seek out, and I didn't expect it.
Okay.
So, guys, again, follow
that.
Dwight Simmons here.
Thank
One of the
you.
funniest men in Indiana. You are lucky if you get to see him live. He's all over the place. We hope to have him back. We hope to have him back on one of our shows, not only on this show, but also one of our comedy
Solidarity.
shows in the fall. What the fuck just happened?
I did it the wrong way.
That was a fist bump. Yeah.
That was it.
I just was really confused when you upside down fist bump. Like, okay.
I'm sorry, I'm colorblind. I don't see color. As you know, throughout everything I've said this entire episode.
But guys, make sure you God damn it, I'm on a roll. Make sure you follow Dwight. Check it out. We hope to have him back on one of not only this show, but our comedy show starting up again in the fall. Follow us on all social medias and buy your tickets now while they're on sale to our Beer Fest in November, Full Fest. So
Listen, I appreciate if you buy them later and give us more money because I'll take it. But it's kind of dumb. Buy now.
yeah, buy now, save money. You know who we are. This is Dwight. Have a wonderful night.
Thank y'all.